Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we grow up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying and delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow, comment live, or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
He found the effects. There's a lot of them. Welcome.
Did you add all that in?
It's been there forever.
Really?
Yeah, I had that when I was doing the Sixth Borough. And I liked it so much that I transferred them over. There's one in there that goes, FBI! I did that for Joe.
FBI, open up!
Always encouraging to start a Monday morning like that. Look, you brought everyone in on that one.
Joe wasn't happy about that.
Morning to you. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Did you watch any of the games yesterday?
Last 2 minutes. I came inside and I heard him going, give me a big, come on, Dolphins. I'm like, okay, come on, Dolphins. And he goes, how did you do that? How did you get them to pull it out?
I figured it had something to do. Dolphins were primed to lose that game.
It was me.
They didn't lose, though.
They didn't lose, but they were primed.
They were primed.
Hubert lost that game.
I literally walked in. I told you, last 2 minutes of the game is the only part you got to watch. Give me a come on, Dolphins. Except the Hurricane game, last 2 minutes was very sad.
But they won.
Yeah, but that kid got carted off and helicoptered out, and
well, a lot of kids get carted off. Helicoptered out?
Yeah, that's the usual.
They helicoptered him out?
That's what I heard.
How did you hear that?
Aaron told us, because I was at the concert Saturday night, so Aaron was telling us they took the helicopter and they took the kid to a hospital.
And how's the kid?
I don't know. All I saw was he gave a thumbs up sometime
Anybody
in the hospital.
Know? They said he was responsive.
He's responsive and thumbs up, and he's, were
what is it?
God.
He got hit in the spine?
I don't know where he got hit, but he was down and out for a while. Hey, Tony, you know what happened to him? Kitchens?
Yeah, he made a tackle, and he just went down after that, kind of limp, I guess. They canceled the game almost.
It's like a minute and 49 seconds left in the whole game, and he was down and out.
Wow. I didn't even hear about that.
Yeah, I was on my way to the Fleetwood Mac concert. Should have been there. It was a whole lot of fun, I got to tell you that.
How
were they? They were incredible, is all I can tell you. They were unbelievable. Good morning. I mean, Eddie is just like, what he can play on a guitar. It was Eddie and Slappy. Their drummer, Larry, is absolutely amazing. The singer, it was just an incredible group. They have two. One is she does the Stevie Nicks character, and her name is, I want to say, I forgot her name, Lindsay, I think. And then there was another girl on the piano, and she's actually a piano teacher, and she is just spectacular. They were all, as solos, they were amazing, and together, they were even better. So I'm looking forward to getting some film work on them. They want to come in here and do everything we did Friday night with ZZ Top. They want to do here with their group. And I have to tell you, not only were they amazing, they were so nice. Each one, I can't even say was nicer than the next, but they were all so nice and so gracious. I was hanging out with Tink and Messi over by the green room. They let me sit in the green room off stage and just do whatever it was. Really, really nice.
Very nice.
And Messi was there, and she wants to come in and talk about her book. and I saw Kim there from Seaside
Who's
Music.
Messi?
Messi is Slappy's wife.
Oh.
I know
Oh,
the
yes,
name's
yes, yes,
kind of
yes,
funny.
yes, yes.
So
She was on another show.
she was on another show we did, and she was so grateful that she wants to come in and talk and share her story and everything that she does. But not easy. But what a nice lady. And I got to tell you, they were all just incredible. So if you ever get a chance to go see True Rumors, go check them out. They were at Funky Biscuit on Saturday night, and hopefully we're going to be putting something together for them in December down at a venue in Fort Lauderdale. So that'll be a whole lot of fun.
That's the rumor.
True Rumor. How do you like that? No
Good
pun
stuff.
intended.
Good
But we
stuff.
missed you. Everyone asked for you. They asked where you were, and you were missed, is all I can tell you. I didn't eat dinner till 11 o'clock.
Well, good for you.
I don't know about that, but that's kind of what happened. And then yesterday, I know Bee Gees, they were over at Black Box. I didn't get a chance to get there, but I think he's going to be in today, Willie Cintron, on the 1 o'clock hour.
Allegedly at 10 o'clock.
No, that's Bee's people coming in at 10.
Oh,
Then you got Willie at 1. We got a lot of music coming in here today.
oh. I have no idea.
I know, you're in a funky
I
kind
think
of
he
situation.
said. I think he said 10 for some reason. Anyway, I guess whoever walks through that door walks through.
So, happy Monday. So, yes, the Dolphins won. The Hurricanes did win. I think Kitchens is doing okay. And your team is playing tonight. I think they're going to win.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, are you nervous, Freddie?
This is what he's been like all morning.
it-
So, I'm telling you guys, I need some help here because
You see the Giant game yesterday?
Yeah, that was bad.
Okay, so the Giant game yesterday is a classic example of complete meltdown. It's a snowball effect. Whenever a special team blocks a punt and scores it for a touchdown, you know you're in for a long, long day. Long day. And it just snowballed out of control. That was men against boys yesterday. I got to tell you, I watched the San Francisco 49ers and the Pittsburgh Steelers game. Wow, the speed of the Dolphins, the speed of the 49ers, and the speed of the Dallas Cowboys is amazing. At a whole nother level that I've never seen in
well,
football.
the Cowboys they did good.
Their defense is scary.
You know, back in the day when the Cowboys came from the U, they were amazing. And then they kind of
They
had
didn't come
some
from the
hard
U.
time.
They
Oh,
had
yes.
players.
And their
I had
coach,
two
and their
players.
players, and kind of like I moved from the U to Dallas. When I moved from Miami to Dallas, again, they came with me.
Well, all I'm saying is that the speed that those three teams possess are scary. Scary, downright scary. So, I don't know about tonight. I think the weather's not going to be good. That doesn't help the Jets. Sloppy weather helps the Bills. And I think that unless you play the kind of defense that Dallas played yesterday, which contains a mobile quarterback, it's going to be a long night.
What's a mobile quarterback? One that moves?
A quarterback that runs around, like Josh Allen loves to run.
We got Aaron Rodgers, don't you?
He don't run.
He's mobile.
He barely
He's
walks.
mobile.
He's 40 years old. He's not mobile.
He's mobile.
He's not mobile.
You're just grumpy today.
It has nothing to do with it. All I'm saying is that we'll see. You know, it's going to be a good game. I'm going to tape it regardless. It's a history maker, and we'll see what
It's
happens.
September 11th. It's going to be a big game. It's everything we've talked about on Comcast. We have a commercial airing tonight up in West Palm, All County.
I have two people out to tape it for me.
Nice.
One in a public venue, one in their home. We'll see which one we get.
Very nice. Everyone else have a nice weekend. Josh, how'd your Eagles do?
You know, I don't know. I don't know what happened to that Eagle Patriot game, but the Patriots almost pulled it out.
So
If
the
they
Eagles
catch
won.
that ball on the 17-yard line with a minute 39 or minute 40 seconds left, I think they win the game. And Belichick did not go for a field goal. He took points off the board. If they had gone for that and gone down there a second time, they would have beat the Eagles by one, which
don't know.
I am shocked.
I just can't believe football season is back in full swing again. Already. It's like it just ended, and here we go again.
No, it just started.
Hey,
What happened to the Eagle game? What did you see?
I had to go out and do homework actually.
You didn't see the game?
I kind of watched some of it.
But you have that thing on your phone.
I know. I was watching it on my phone while I was driving around. I had it playing on my in my
The first half was pure Eagles. I thought it was going to be a blowout.
It was 16-0, and then you think the Eagles are just going to rout them,
I thought it was going to be a rout.
and then
Well,
slowly and slowly.
Yeah, the
just come
second
back.
quarter we kind of just dragged down a little bit, and then they scored right before halftime, and of course they get the ball at the second half, and they score again when we punt it off to them. So that's when it got a little too close for us.
Hurst did not have a good game from what I hear.
Who's your favorite team,
It
Antonio?
was raining outside.
So what? They play in the rain.
Who do you like?
I like the Ravens. Yeah.
They won
Yeah.
too. They look
The
good.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Baltimore.
Why?
I liked Miami Hurricanes a lot as a kid, so not really the Dolphins. And the Ravens' best players were from Miami back then: Ray Lewis, Ed Reed. So
okay.
I just gravitated towards.
I'm just wondering how that came to be.
Yeah.
The Ravens played. They look okay.
Yeah, they look alright.
So Josh, now you can go back to doing bird talk because the Ravens are a bird. So
Not that same bird.
But it's a bird. It's still a bird. The Dolphins don't quite fit in there, and the Jets. What are the Jets? An
plane.
airplane? Kind of like a bird.
An F-16 fighter.
I don't want to bring anything up, but that feels like the most offensive name now in all of sports.
What,
Why?
the Jets?
The New York Jets.
What about it?
Why?
Okay. Never mind.
Why is that
Because
offensive?
they play in Jersey. But
Oh.
No, not because of
Why?
Because New York Jets,
New York Giants.
Well, it's-
planes.
A jet is like
New
a
York?
bird that flies. You got the Ravens. You
That's
got
because
the
the
Eagles.
Jets used to play at Shea Stadium.
I can tie it all together as a bird.
The Jets used to play at Shea Stadium. And LaGuardia Airport is right next to Shea Stadium. And they came out with the New York Jets. And when they went to Meadowlands, they kept the name. Now, Cohen from the Mets is trying to bring the Jets back. But the Jets and the Giants have a 10-year lease with the Meadowlands, and they won't release them. So even if the Jets wanted to leave, they can't. See, the Brooklyn Nets, they left. They were in Jersey. It used to be called the New Jersey Nets. And Dr. J, Julius Irving, used to play for that team. I used to root for them.
New York has more teams than anyone, I think.
Oh, it's a bigger population. New York has
How can it be a bigger
the Knicks, the
population in
Nets,
such a
the
small
Rangers, the Islanders,
location?
the Jets, and the Giants. 6 teams. And the Mets and the Yankees.
How many
8
teams we have in Florida? Well, I guess Florida has a lot of teams, but New York just seems like it's just a small place with a whole lot of
Yeah,
teams.
but the Heat win. The Panthers you saw almost won, and these are teams out here that win. The Marlins beat the Yankees in the World Series, but everybody says, "Say what?"
I totally forgot it was Jersey Day. So did I guess. I guess you guys didn't, but the rest of us forgot.
I have a team that plays tonight. Normally I wear it the game before, day before, or day of.
So Oprah Winfrey has a new book coming out. You know, anything with the Oprah's name on it, everyone wants to buy. How do you find and define happiness? I know, and I went to buy it, and apparently it's still on, but I did put it out for audiobook so I can listen to it when I work out. How do you, I got to get Royce a mic.
That seems too plain for her to write.
Well, she wrote it with, there's a professor who teaches a course at Harvard about happiness. And he said the only way to find happiness is to really talk about it every day and to teach it. So he's teaching this course on happiness, and she found him during, it's like find the string. So she found him during the pandemic because she needed something to hold on to about finding happiness. So they've come together to write this book, and I guess it's almost like a workbook and journaling on how to find happiness. So some things that you would think would define happiness. Money, yay or nay?
Yay.
That would make you happy if you had money.
Ingredients of
That'd make me happy a little bit.
Money is a no. Fame?
No.
No. Good looks?
Hold on a second. Money is a no.
No.
So
That's too
that
bad
means
if
no
you live in
money,
America.
you don't get happy?
That's
Having
Oprah
money-
said that?
Having money does not make you happy.
Yeah,
Oprah
meanwhile,
said
she's
that?
worth $700 billion.
The co-author
Tell
of
her
the
to give
book.
it up. Yeah, right.
Can I tell you what makes you happy?
Please.
Chocolate. Because it has serotonin in it.
I like that. Chocolate and I think red wine, right?
Yeah.
You don't know about that.
Yeah, it does.
Right?
What else is a no?
Money's a no, fame is a no, popularity is a no, good looks
Is a no?
is a no.
What's the difference?
What defines good looks?
What's the difference between fame and popularity?
Fame means that you're a famous person. Popularity means you just
You get a
popular.
whole lot of likes on social media.
You can be famous, but
YouTube.
that doesn't necessarily mean people like you.
Yeah.
Like you could be a hated famous person.
Donald Trump is famous.
True.
A lot of people don't like him.
Well, he's pretty
Oh,
popular
but-
too.
You gotta look
His
at
popularity
you gotta
ratings.
look at what makes that up, though. You gotta look at the key ingredients of that.
Those are not the key ingredients of true happiness.
Well, first of all, fame, money, all these things are what she has. So I guess she's not happy.
So the point being is all these things on social media that we all strive to be, good looking, the perfect life, having money, the red carpet, that does not make one happy. There are other things in life that bring happiness and joy, like Royce says chocolate.
Let me ask a question. You get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, ready to start your Monday
I was thinking
morning.
of you actually on that one.
Don't think of me. 6 o'clock in the morning, you get up, and you have a million people that are going to criticize you and badmouth you when you open the door to your house. Do you go out? How do you feel? Do you feel great? You feel wonderful knowing that you got a million people ready to call you every freaking name in the world.
Yeah, but you let those people
Hold
win.
on, that's a yes or no.
Do you feel great that they're going to do it?
Are you comfortable? Do you feel happy knowing all that? Knowing it.
No.
So you wake up and everybody is going to say, hey, positive things. Do you feel happy then?
I can't define my own happiness by what others are going to say or think.
But that's not true.
It has to come from within me.
That's not true.
No, it has to come from within because you want to see happiness.
What is that? Why is she?
What is that?
That's happiness.
Is that his name?
No.
Okay. Why is that happiness, Ari?
Because it's within yourself. You got to find it within yourself. No one else had that reaction except her, so she had happiness with that one image.
But that's a great theory. The real life theory is if you look at Facebook, and people write comments or like your page, it's going to affect and define you.
But it's not. It shouldn't.
There's a lot of things that you
there's
shouldn't have
more to
divorce either. You shouldn't have.
What makes you guys happy? Sorry, I know that image,
Like
but what makes you happy?
I feel like happiest when I'm around people like that I enjoy to be around, or like when I feel useful.
Antonio?
It's a good answer by Zaria. I'm trying to think though, because it's such a you can say so
What
many
makes you
things.
unhappy?
Maybe when people that I care about aren't happy, they're down, I guess.
So the question is, and that's what the guy who co-authored the book says, people define their happiness by others because my children are happy, because my parents are healthy. But what truly defines your happiness, you don't have to answer it, but what makes you as a person intrinsically happy? Not others. Not like I want world peace, but what makes you happy? What makes you happy?
Most probably environment that I'm in. Like, if everybody is happy in that environment, so I'm happy.
Can you tie your shoes? Until we're gonna tie both your shoes. Sure.
That makes her happy is to walk around with shoelaces loose.
How about you, Curly?
That makes me happy.
What makes you happy?
Oh, yeah, honestly, probably just getting to do what I want to. That's like the best I can put, is getting to do what I want.
So if you don't get to do what you want, then you're unhappy?
I mean, I'm not gonna be thrilled about it, but I'll still do it because you have to do things that you don't want to do sometimes. Like, you can't go around that.
Yeah, like you got to do laundry and grocery shopping. It's not
Exactly.
what
That
you
doesn't
wanna
make
do.
me happy, but I have to do it because it needs to get done.
You like to work?
I like working depending what it is. Like, I like doing this, but if I were told, like, schoolwork, hated doing that because it's not something I enjoy doing. This is something, like, in my field and that I studied to do, so, like, I enjoy doing this.
If you tutored somebody, would you like that?
Probably not, because I get annoyed when someone doesn't understand something
What?
the first time.
Okay.
Josh?
I was gonna say, like, when I play guitar and I get like a face like this, that's usually when I'm pretty.
That's a hemorrhoid.
That's when I'm usually happy, when I get a face like this playing guitar, because that's when I'm in the flow of things. I can like truly feel the music and be a part of it.
You should have come with me Saturday night. You guys would have loved it. Dare we ask this one? How do you define happiness?
She's pissed now. The New York Giants.
Oh, my dad's pissed. I'm just the daughter.
How do you define happiness? I'm not even going to ask you today.
Whenever I'm not anxious about something, pretty much, I can tell I'm happy.
Yeah, if I wake up one day not in a panic attack, it's a
Yeah.
good day.
Pretty much.
Do you ever open your eyes and be anxious as soon as your eyes open, like your dreams are making you anxious, and you wake up and you're like, how can I wake up anxious?
I couldn't sleep last night because I was anxious about something.
Do you know what it was?
No,
So how do you know you were anxious?
because my heart was beating and I just couldn't sleep. I was just like,
Were you drinking?
no.
Were you smoking?
The earlier that day I
Uh-huh.
was.
I never mind. You know, just leave it there. Just leave it there. Let's not incriminate you any more than you already are.
Dare I ask you?
Ask me why.
What do you think? I can't even say what makes you happy. What do you think is happiness? What are the important ingredients in happiness?
I first of all, I don't believe in the question. Second of all, I don't believe in that book. I don't.
Why?
Because people that do that have tendencies of putting things into boxes. When I get up in the morning, I don't say, okay, this is what I got to do to be happy today. That's ridiculous. I come, I meet her, I'm happy. Boom. Next. I didn't set out to meet her.
But if people throw enough negative things at you at your door,
Man, that's
Yes.
all the time.
but
That-
you
that's a
know
given.
you have to, from within, keep your faith and build your hope and find that inner happiness, or they're always going to be the naysayers.
Right. And I walk a straight line. And I don't believe.
This is what we
and
talk and
back
teach
and back
every
and back.
day.
I understand that, but you're being unrealistic, and you're adding a unrealistic belief in a realistic world.
What's the
It doesn't
unrealistic
it
belief?
doesn't exist. It does. Look what happened.
How can you tell this entire crew
Hold on,
that
hold on.
finding your own happiness and believing you
boxing,
doesn't exist?
boxing things in don't exist. Look at the United States is now in agreement with Vietnam. Right? You know how many brothers and sisters, not brothers and sisters, family members I lost in Vietnam War? Do you have any clue of what we lived through in the Vietnam War? Anything? Anybody understand the Vietnam War?
No.
And to watch us now be friends with Vietnam when we should have been friends back then, and the reason we're doing it is because of China's fear? And then you ask me, what's happiness? Let me think about this, man.
Okay, it starts with one. It starts with you.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying Oprah is worth $700 billion. And if she's not happy and doesn't make anybody else happy, and writes a book about the no's and no's and no's of 3/4 of her life. Because Oprah had a bad time too when she first started. Mm-hmm. She had a very bad time. Russ Johnson, he was there. I get it. But why would you write a book about happiness?
Because people are looking for it.
Maybe people are looking for other ways to be happy.
What do you think people are looking for most? Happiness?
I
Or
think good environments, good people. Because there's not a lot of good people in this world.
Do you spend more time looking for happiness, or do you spend more time avoiding sadness
I try to avoid sadness at all times.
at all times? At least you're honest.
Yeah, because I'm a big
I
crier.
know,
I'm a
I
big
know.
crier. I cry all the
I
time.
know. I know you well enough to
Wait,
know what you
Josh.
avoid.
I was just gonna say I just live every day. I don't
Yeah.
look for
Literally.
anything.
You just keep going.
Like,
Yeah.
I know what makes me upset. If that makes sense.
Sometimes.
No, all the time. I know what makes me upset.
Do you look for happiness or avoid sadness?
Kind of like Josh said, you just kind of have to go with it because you're going to be happy, you're going to be sad. You can't exactly avoid both. The good comes with the bad.
Mr. A?
Yeah, I'm the same. I wouldn't say there's not really like sad things that go on a daily routine that I just avoid, I would say. So I just like do the things that are routine to me.
So then you look for happiness. If you
Yeah.
don't look for avoid sadness, then you have to be looking for happiness. No?
Yeah, the way my life is right now, there's just not that much sadness that I would be avoiding on a daily routine, you know? I don't know.
Good. Hopefully it stays that way.
Exactly.
Happy this week.
I think it depends on the day.
Okay.
Yeah, because some days are like worse than others. Like when you wake up, so sometimes I have to like make an effort to look for something, right, to get me out of my room.
Okay. That's fair. And you? Mrs. O Positivity?
Do I try to stay happy or avoid
Do
sadness?
you look for happiness or do you avoid sadness?
I look for happiness.
You never avoid sadness.
Well, I don't try to avoid sadness. I try to stay happy, because if I'm avoiding sadness, it means I'm looking for the sad. Sadness will happen. I don't have to look for it. It'll find me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like I have to avoid it.
Avoiding sadness means that you see it, you dissect it, and you move away from it.
Well, so that's
It
the same
requires
thing
you
with
to
how you react to a
like
situation.
then it
running away from
changes.
your problems.
But then not running. Some people do. Yeah, some people do. Unfortunately, but does it
I can't tell you,
change?
for me, it's a sadness as much as it's frustration or anxiety
Does it change you as a
or
person?
anger.
When you avoid all of these pitfalls, does it change you as a person?
Absolutely.
So then it dictates.
Because I used to walk around in this world of hard to believe unicorns and
But-
rainbows, and everything was
Well, think-
and then I found reality.
But think of what you just said. Avoiding sadness dictates.
I
your
wasn't
life.
avoiding sadness. I just always walked around in the sense of happiness. I wasn't avoiding sadness. I was just
nice.
I was just like, all right, if you wanted something, it happened. If you wanted this, you go get it. It was never a thing until people started coming with their negativity.
If you see,
that I realized it changed.
if you see something you want to avoid, do you run? Do you go to,
what am I
do
avoiding?
you
It depends
go
what it
to
is.
parking lots and cry?
I used to do that no more.
Do you look at things around you and they make you sad? Don't say that avoiding sadness doesn't dictate your
Today
life.
is an incredibly sad day. Today we commemorate September 11th. It's an incredibly sad day. But
I was gonna put up quotes to boost your mood or something, you know.
okay, let's see mood boosting quotes.
They're just like old philosophical quotes by Lao Tzu. Is a very spiritual kind of energy-ish way of living. This one says, "Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Just let things flow." And then the other thing is, "Let things flow naturally forward in whatever way they like." So it's not you're looking for something. You just let things happen, whether they happen or not.
That's a good mentality. That's why I say to you, I don't like it when people say what makes you happy, because it's very difficult to answer it. And one time it can make you happy today, or it made you sad yesterday, makes you happy today, like Vietnam and stuff like. They were different.
Well, there are global situations, like just this horrible earthquake in Morocco, in Marrakesh. Apparently Turkey's coming to their rescue with a tremendous amount of aid. They were the first to say, let's come help. Over 2,500 people that they know of are dead or injured.
It's going to be very difficult because there's a mountaintop. They can't get in and out, and the people are buried alive by
And
6
that's
feet.
a horrible act of nature
It is.
that makes you sad, that you
Thank
can't
God
find
that
any
does not
happiness
happen
in
here.
that. Right, so there are things in life that are going to happen that we cannot control. So if we can find our happiness in between, there's this professor, so there's this jar, right? He fills it with rocks, and he says to his students, is this full? And everyone goes, yes. And then he fills it with pebbles, because there's more room. Is
But
this
each
full?
one of these things is a thing.
And he goes, yes. And then he fills it with sand. Same jar. Is this full? Yes. Is there any more room in here? No. And then he pours water on it. And the water fills in all the loose cracks. So just when you think there's no more room for happiness.
Are you going to use water as example of happiness?
No, but there's always more room in the jar to
No,
find
I know
things
that.
of
I
goodness.
remember seeing this thing.
And
But
there's
each
always room
one,
in the jar to find things of badness. It's how you look at
well,
the
each
situation.
one of those things, the rocks was believed.
You could say
each
the
one-
rocks are bad, or I could say the rocks are
There's nothing bad about that example. I'm just saying
amazing
you.
milestones.
You're
just in a
using
bad mood
no,
today.
you're using water as the end result, which is true. There's always room.
Right,
No,
because she's here.
I'm not even.
It's game day.
I'm not
And the
even.
Eagles won.
Don't listen to what she says. She says I'm in a bad mood, so I'm in a bad mood. No.
Think if once you watch the Jets game, why are you gonna watch?
You're gonna cry after that.
But if they
I
win,
probably will.
if they win, will you be happy?
Wait, you think they're losing?
I
I thought you
probably
thought they were
won't.
winning.
They're going to win.
Let me tell you, when you are a suffering Jet fan, when I have seen things like when they just played the Pittsburgh Steelers the last time they played in a playoff game, that was heart-wrenching. That was just mistake after mistake. You know, one thing is to lose a game. One thing is to lose a game because you make a mistake. And that just is pitiful. So even if they win tonight, I'm just waiting for the other shoe to drop, man.
But that's a negative outlook.
It's not a negative loud. I'm protecting myself. You know, I thought that the Jets were going to have a good team a few years ago, and it was heartbreaking. I thought the Mets were going to have a good team this year. I can't believe how much belief in a sport can make or break your day.
How do you
Literally,
think, how do you think I felt last year after this call? This was the worst call in Super Bowl history. This was the worst call in Super Bowl. You don't call this in
You
the
like
last
San
minute.
Francisco?
I like oh, those are the 49ers. I thought those were the Chiefs.
Those are the Chiefs.
Oh, I'm the biggest Chiefs fan ever.
Ew.
Don't
I
ask
love
me.
the Chiefs.
Ew.
And not for Mahomes, for Travis Kelce.
Why do you like the Chiefs?
They're just good. Like I, not even just that, but I have a thing for watching like NFL and NBA reels, and the more I watched each team to like different plays throughout the years, I was like, the Chiefs are really good. Like even before Mahomes, and everyone's like, you like them from Mahomes? I'm from no, I think Mahomes is overrated personally, but I like them.
I think that the Chiefs really weren't anything before Mahomes got there.
What are you talking
See,
about?
and that's
They
the
had Alex
thing.
Smith.
They weren't.
They had Jamal Charles.
But what they win?
Greatest running back.
But what did they win?
Huh?
What did they win?
They had to go against Peyton Manning and the Broncos. That's pretty tough.
Well, when you,
You
had
know,
people better than him
When-
at that
when you-
time.
thank you. When you're second best, it don't mean you were great. I think the Mahomes,
Didn't
He's
start
great.
happening until everyone started retiring.
and Mahomes, they keep taking away elements from him. You got to understand something. Mahomes keeps winning. Derek Hill, that kid that is in Miami, Tyreek Hill, whatever
Biggest
his name
mistake
is.
they could have made.
That kid, you got to give that kid the truck. That kid changes a game. and
He's
then they put him on
phenomenal.
Waddle. It's scary. But he keeps finding, Mahomes keeps finding a way. And the Detroit Lions just wanted it more. And they didn't,
I
he
think it's
didn't
because
have
Travis Kelce wasn't in
he didn't have Kelsey. If he had Kelsey, I still think
Daniel
that Mahomes would have won that game. I
Like,
really don't.
Mahomes, like, he's good. Like, he definitely, like, deserves all the credit. I just think people put him on a pedestal too much. Because there's so many other great quarterbacks, and I feel
Joe
like
Burrow
he's
got benched
overshadows
yesterday.
them.
Burrow didn't practice in a long time.
Yeah,
he was
'cause he was
horrible.
hurt,
They should
yeah.
have left him alone. Now,
He
I
should've
got
played.
to see Tom Brady play from day one because the Jets took Bledsoe out of the game with a hit that did something to his chest. He had like an injury. And in comes this kid, Bledsoe. Who the hell is this? I said, this game's in the bag, baby. And Bledsoe lit it up. And I think 22, 23 years later, he never stopped. Greatest quarterback I've ever seen. I seen Namath. I seen Johnny Unitas. I seen Frank Tarkenton. I seen quarterbacks like Mahomes. Here in Miami, they think that Dan Marino is great. But I seen some great ones. I'm going to tell you, Mahomes creates space.
Yeah.
That's what makes him so
He literally
great.
can contort himself and still make a completed pass. Like, that I think is crazy. But,
He
like,
can see the open field. I
Yeah.
thought Hurst was the next coming until yesterday. I don't know what happened. Hurst is a great quarterback. Really is.
It was raining outside.
It don't matter.
was
I seen Brady playing snow. It doesn't matter. The great ones find a way.
I think the biggest surprisement was Brock Purdy in the 49ers.
Oh,
I
that's
did
not a surprise.
I did not expect him to go
That's
out
not a
there.
surprise.
I thought he was just a mediocre quarterback.
He
was
should have beaten
expecting
the
Tampa to
Eagles
win
if he
last
didn't
night, or
dislocate
yesterday.
or whatever happened to his arm in that
There's-
game.
Chelsea sent Monday's bits to Freddie's email, Josh.
Huh?
Chelsea said she sent Monday's stuff to Freddie's email.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna look.
But
we're gonna
in
look that up.
sports, it's an amazing phenomenon because one day you're the greatest and the next day you're
You suck.
retiring.
Literally.
It's not that you suck, honey. How long do you think a human being can? Okay, Coco won the U.S. Open. Okay,
She's what,
she's
19?
from Delray.
19.
And she's here from
Amazing.
Delray. The kid on the men's side, the lefty, Big Ben, they call him.
I went to school with him, Ben Shelton. I
Yes.
went to school
You
and
should
church
call
with him
him.
growing up.
That kid set a record for the hardest
You know?
serve.
Yes,
Call
I
him.
actually I don't know him like.
You don't
Message
know.
him.
You know of him. You
no,
don't know
no,
him.
I received confirmation with him, and I literally went to school with him.
Well, you should call him.
I have his number.
Message him.
He's a celebrity now.
But this
I'm
kid
nothing
served
new.
149 mile an hour serve, and he still lost to the greatest.
The greatest. I thought that
The
was so cool.
greatest
We got to
tennis
play
player.
him though. That's probably like a dream.
The greatest tennis player. I
was
seen
watching him
McEnroe.
when I
I
was,
seen
like,
all those
7.
guys, but this guy makes it look easy. And how old is he?
36.
I've been watching him since I was little.
So when he's 37, you'll be able to say he sucks.
Message him though. Bring him in. We'll do a V-Mix call.
Maybe one day.
You got nothing to lose. No, today.
It'll be nice to see. It's him, Big Ben, and there's the black
What's the
gentleman.
Can I do it off of like our Instagram account? So
Of course.
Okay, cool.
So like, what's the worst
I
that
can do it.
happens?
He doesn't
He says
answer
no.
you.
Exactly. You don't. So you're no worse than you were
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
But
Right?
these are the new American players in tennis that they're bringing into the system, which is really good. And everybody knows that Coco was up and coming. She lost in the French last year. This is a big slam. Now she's gonna go on, hopefully, grow. She's long. You ever seen her arms, man?
How tall is she?
I think it said it was her 16th championship appearance.
Yes.
It was her first title, but her 16th something
It's
appearance.
amazing.
Well, it's the
at
first Grand
19.
Slam. It's the Grand Slams there are 3 of them. I think it's the Wimbledon,
How old do you have
U.S.
to be
Open,
to get
and
in?
the French Open. I think you have to win those 3 to be considered Grand
You
Slam.
just said there's 4. There's
Oh,
an
there's 4?
Australian Open as well.
Oh, okay.
Australian, U.S., Wimbledon.
So now she's won the first leg. Hopefully she goes on. It's like the horses. What is it? The Triple Crown. What are the 3 races that a horse has to win to be a Triple Crown winner?
Golf has 4 majors.
Well-
The greatest golfer in the world, Tiger Woods, did a Tiger Slam. He won all 4 majors in 1 year. That's impossible.
That's impossible. Now let me ask you: the U.S. now is going against Saudi Arabia. So Tiger Woods and somebody else did something in golf, and Cohen brought in the 4th team or something. Do you know anything? It starts in January.
Oh, is that the new that new golf league?
Yeah, new golf
The
league
new golf
and
league
teams or
that's
something.
got multi-billion dollars.
They're doing it because of what happened in Saudi Arabia. So they are going to create a U.S. golf league to go against them.
I
And
think after
Cohen
all
brought
this
a team.
happened, it's the FedEx Cup Championship. That's like the big Super Bowl for golf. It wasn't really that announced.
I don't even know when they played.
I know. I didn't hear anything of it, which was kind of weird. But
How do you guys have time to watch football and golf and baseball and get work done?
I seriously
Phone,
and go
don't.
grocery
phone,
shopping
phone.
and do
Seriously,
laundry.
don't watch TV anymore.
You should
How?
see the
Now I
setup
do
had
because
yesterday.
football's on.
How can you possibly do all that and get anything done in your house or work or do anything?
I have 16 screens on my TV.
And how can you answer
I didn't
the
get to
phone
watch the
and
Gator
watch it
game
at the
on
same
Saturday,
time?
but I didn't want to watch it. I was expecting the score to be where it was. I was
Well-
like, if it's not 35.
But there's a program that Josh and I use to watch football, and we can pick up every
Do you have
game.
like
so
screen and screen?
it doesn't matter. It's whatever it is. It is.
Are you
So-
doing
I'm
something
thinking, how
tonight
did
for
you
the
guys
game?
watch all of this?
It's on regular TV tonight. It's on ES. You have ESPN?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know
so-
what Wednesday is? Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yes.
Movies of Del Rey.
Yes.
I know you're
How
not
do you
going.
get away? I am going.
Isn't that Wednesday?
Yes. Well, anyone want to go?
Yeah.
Tim Neely, the star of the original Jesus Christ Superstar. It's the 50th anniversary this year. He's going to be at Movies of Del Rey doing a Q&A at 6 o'clock.
Do you guys know Jesus Christ Superstar?
I've never seen the movie.
You don't know it?
I know of it.
You may want to see it before you go see it, so you can get into the flow.
I only saw
of
the
it.
John Legend live on TV a couple years ago. I've never seen the movie. So,
There was a few versions. The clip that Josh played, was it you, Josh, on Friday? Who played that
G-Man, I
clip?
think.
I have no idea.
That piece was another version of it.
Zach. So if anyone wants to go see it Wednesday, it starts at 7. Q&A starts at 6 at Movies of Del Rey. I believe the tickets are $25 at the door. So get
We
your
can set up
tickets.
Sarah and go.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I'm thinking.
What time is it? At 7 to what?
How long is the movie? 9:30? I don't know how long the movie is. We'll check and see. I
But
can't.
is it the comedy and the movie, or is it the whole movie?
Just the movie. No comedy. They're just producing
Are
the
they going
event
to talk about it?
at 6.
Or is they going to be there at 6?
If you want to hear them talk about it. 6 to 7, doors open at 6. So
We shall see.
go from there and see. But I think it's a great opportunity. Listen, I'm all about if an opportunity presents itself, you got to take it because you never know when that opportunity is going to present itself again. Right?
On our next studio.
All right, let's see.
Well, bam.
Oh, nice. We got to talk about that, by the way, today, guys.
That's NFL Red Zone. That's their studio.
Oh, that's Scott Hansen.
Yeah.
All right, today
Is
we
that
got to
really
talk
what it
about
looks
what
like?
we're going to do
Yep.
because, you know, we didn't even talk about Friday night. Talk about what makes people happy. Friday night we were here working late.
Yeah, no, I got a call Saturday morning while I was trying to do homework.
Yes.
for 20 minutes.
Well, I had you on my mind.
You called him for 20 minutes?
Well, we had a discussion in Studio A what we were doing, setting up this thing from Friday night about green screening and about something that Josh is working on for the doctor. So I was talking to Gio, and Gio says, well, put him on the phone and let's go over what is it that Josh is looking for. Listen, he gave you 4 or 5 different versions of it, different ideas. I just wanted to get a new perspective. I think that Shorty has a good idea as well. Just to try to get this thing done, because what Josh wants to do is complicated. And Gio says there are shortcuts out there, but
what they did here Friday night with ZZ Top, it was a full night experience. It was breaking down the entire studio. Ev, if you weren't here Friday night, everything that you see here was not here on Friday night. It was moved someplace beyond. People were eating in the sound booth on the stage. I mean, there was equipment everywhere, and you guys put it back together, and everyone was happy. It was calm. It was well organized. It was amazing. You had 4 cameras, I think. I don't know. I was just so proud of that you accomplished it and how you pieced those green screens together.
they made it work.
You made it work.
It's funny.
So proud of you guys.
I went to Weight Watchers on Saturday, and we were in that room for a half hour for a meeting, and she asked, can you tell us this week something that happened that triggered happiness for you? And I stood up and I said to her, I gotta tell you, I've been doing this almost 18 years. And something happened Friday night that really brought it to light. Everything that I always wanted to accomplish in this particular environment. And it was watching them produce something on the fly and changing it and playing it back and going forward and interchanging different angles and watching Garcia, Josh, and G-Man and Missy Fu over here all working together in unison to the point that Mr. What's his name?
Eddie?
Eddie
I got some photos.
said, wow, this was an accomplishment. Such a small place can do so, because he's used to bigger studios like what you just saw accomplish these things. And these guys came out and they gave us a shot at putting this thing together, and they got dressed for the part. It's a video that they need done. But I shared this with people from Weight Watchers, and afterwards they came up to me and said, wow, I wish we had been there. The way you describe it was a lot of fun, and it was.
You know, when we bring in a new producer and I say the most important thing is you work together with this crew. It doesn't matter if you get along with me and Freddie, because we figure that out or we don't. You have to work together as a team, because if you don't, it's not going to work. And they look at me, and Friday night was a pure example of you all have to work together, because how you laid it out, you figured it out, you worked it out, and then afterwards we came together to do a little bit of a regroup. That's what this business is all about with our group, and you guys were just spectacular. So from the bottom of our hearts. And then you go home and you're so wound up. I don't know if anyone slept Friday night, but by the time I got home and showered, it was well after midnight. The thought of going to sleep was like, just because you got to go to bed. But there was and I couldn't wash another coffee cup. I got to tell you, we may be having to go to paper coffee cups for events, because if I had to wash another coffee mug, I was done. And I know you guys washed them first, and then it was like round 2 and round 3 of coffee mug washing, right?
Yeah.
Next on the Walmart order, coffee cups.
After we got everything back and situated and cleaned and whatnot, I went to my friend who is in the master's program for like the medical science and all that, right? And he was stuck in the lab, and I was like, "Are you still there?" And I was hanging out with him for a bit. Then we went to Denny's, and then we just sat in a parking garage.
Because you're so wound up and so wired, as tired as you are, although Josh is pretty exhausted.
I don't know what you were talking about. I went straight to bed when I got home.
Yeah.
It was an adventure.
It was fantastic, and they were so grateful and so happy when I saw them Saturday night. And he must have talked it up so much that when I got there Saturday night, it was, this is Dawn from the TV station, this is Dawn from the TV station. They all knew who I was. They were all looking for you because they had such a positive experience. They had told the rest of the new band about everything that we were doing.
It was a sight to see and to get it done. And then we got everything put back together again, which was the other. I mean, we didn't get out of here till what, 11 o'clock? It was late.
And they were here next door. But the dichotomy of this studio where we are is so fun. And we're doing a ZZ Top recording, and they were doing auditions for the Nutcracker next door. So trying to figure out the sound, well, there was nothing we could do between the wall. But that's how you just realize in this community of diversity in music, we've got kids and dancers next door auditioning for the Nutcracker, and we've got ZZ Top over here. But it's all about community and business and everyone just working together. And that's what's so nice about where we are, where we get to work and live, is people really try to work together.
And you never expected that to make everybody happy. And they were, you know what? They were so nice to work with, which is what I found really. As a matter of fact, they even offered to help us with sound and recordings by bringing sounds and recording in here and shoot it out for future other people, not just them. So
more to come, which was great. So
We
nice
shall
job,
see.
you guys. What do you got cooking? You look like you have something to say.
No, I'm just thinking about something, and you called me.
All right. Anyone else? We're good? Ready to wrap this up? We got music coming in.
music coming in.
Things to do. We got a lot of music today on this Mantra Monday manifestation music. A whole lot of M's. When's Johnny Melnick coming back? Speaking of M.
Sometime in October.
All right, next month. Hard to believe we're middle of September, isn't it?
When is September?
I
Yes,
know.
we are.
September 11th. For all of you that have lost a loved one, it has affected everyone. Our hearts and prayers and thoughts continuously go out to you. And we are here. So let's spread a little love and music today. Be a little bit kinder to each other as we embrace today. And we'll see you midday.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.